And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and providing you the timely truth centered around your real estate, credit, finance, estate plans, health and nutrition, and so much more. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Our number one goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, and most importantly, we want to engage with you in an effort to help you win.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Save our hotline number in your phone because at some point you're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372. Don't forget our number. Make sure you bookmark our website, consumerqb.com. A plethora of information available for you at consumerqb.com. You can see links to all of our expert contributors, 80-plus show partners there that we aim to help you win. CPAs, financial advisors, health and nutrition experts, a lot of ways that we can help you, and we want to engage with you to help you win. It's Intelligent Talk Radio, and I've got some intelligent folks here in studio with me today. Back in studio, Connor Keller, Insect IQ. Welcome in, sir.
Hey, Brandon. It's great to be here as usual.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for coming in. And the rain is bringing out some circumstances that attract these insects.
Hey, guess what? It's raining outside, and the bugs don't like it any more than we do, and they want to come inside. And there's some things you can do as a homeowner or a business owner in Florida to prevent that. I also want to talk about termites. It's just a very real issue right now. We're late in the summer or midsummer, and we have all sorts of termite activity going on. There's some things you really need to know as a homeowner or a business owner to prevent that from happening to you.
Awesome. And you're also an expert in the honeybees. So does it all Florida honeybee removal?
Yeah, so we have insectiq.com, and we also have allfloridabeeremoval.com. We do statewide honeybee removals. Basically anywhere in the state of Florida, if you have honeybees on your property or structure, we're experts, and we know exactly what to do to remove that.
Awesome. Good stuff. Also back in studio, Becky and Debbie Dubickas. Welcome back in. Welcome in, Debbie.
Okay. Thank you for having us.
My pleasure. What are we going to talk about today? Give us a little teaser of what we're going to talk about.
Well, I want to introduce the membership talk. As Soho Wellness is all about the mind, the body, the skin. My daughter, Becky here, is about to launch for Soho Wellness our monthly membership.
Cool.
So I would like to bring that today.
Nice.
To the table.
Awesome.
And to your wonderful listeners.
I like it. Yeah, we've got the great location, Kennedy and South Boulevard.
South Boulevard, yeah, we're right opposite UT on the corner behind the gas station, a large old Hyde Park house.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Great location. And I go there and get my weekly massage, which helps me keep in this working condition, this body of mine, old football player body, got beat up for many years, so now I got to take care of myself.
Yeah.
A little pampering's okay, right?
Yeah, 100%. And it starts with the mind, though. You need to come in and have a session working on that as well, anytime.
That's right. Yeah, that's awesome stuff. So we're going to dive deeper into that, the integration of the mind, the body, and the skin. And also, Becky is in the house. Becky.
Hi, Brandon. Happy to be here today.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for coming. So you handle more of a little bit more of the marketing side, some of the social media side for the company?
Yeah, so I'll do the social media, make sure we kind of manage the floor downstairs with the aesthetics and the massage. And we'll just kind of make sure everything's working well and here to help.
Nice. Okay, cool. So we'll talk about the membership, ways that people can commit. Like what you said earlier, is we want you to commit to a better lifestyle and one that is eliminating stress. We all know that stress is the number one killer, especially nowadays. It seems like we're in the best time to be alive as a human being, in my opinion. There's so many great things that we have the opportunity to take advantage of. The smartphones afford us the ability to be traveling and mobile. At the same time, it can bring on a lot of extra stress. There's a lot lot of stress when it comes to, the fear of the unknown, when it comes to marketing, to business, a lot of stresses when it comes to just working too hard. Let's face it, we have an instant gratification mentality as consumers. So people want it now, they want it on demand. And if you're not on demand, you're missing out on clients and business in a lot of cases. So that leads to extra stress in your life. And so we're going to talk to you about some of the ways that you can alleviate that stress and help you live a better and a healthy life here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we have a feel-good story of the week coming up as well. We got Oregon teen returns to track competition as para-athlete after a crash. So find out more about that, a feel-good story coming up. And we have also a shout out going out to Brio Tuscan Grill. Our official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show is Brio Tuscan Grill at the International Plaza Mall. They do a great job, awesome food. You got a very friendly wait staff, and they have a special for our listeners right now, special just for our listeners, 20% off. All you have to do is go into Brio Tuscan Grill and let them know that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show, and you're going to get hooked up with a free appetizer. You're going to get a free appetizer, your choice. Lots of great appetizers there. Calamari. They've got the beef carpaccio. Spicy shrimp and eggplant is to die for. Excellent food over at our official restaurant partner, Brio Tuscan Grill at the International Plaza Mall. We'd love for you to go check them out and say hello. All right, so let's jump right into it. As you know, I'm your host here, Brandon Rhymes, host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, owner of Platinum MVP Realty. I want to let you know about a couple of hot real estate listings that we have just listed here in South Tampa. We've got a beautiful property, 3911 West Euclid Avenue in Tampa. This is 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, a 2-story home in the Plant High School district. I know a lot of people are dying to get into that district. You got the Coleman Middle School as well, so it's one of the most highly sought after areas in the Bay Area to live and to send your kids to those school districts. This one's right at $840,000. Great buying opportunity. PlatinumMVPRealty.com. Also a property on Himes Avenue, 15648 North Himes Avenue in Carrollwood. Beautiful property, 5 bedrooms, 4 bath, cul-de-sac with a pool. Great buying opportunity here. Check out PlatinumMVPRealty.com. All right, let's jump right into it. Connor Keller back in the house. He's our expert contributor in the space of maintaining, a happy home, minimizing the effects from bugs. And at this time of the year is when it's hitting. The rain is coming. It's forcing a lot of the even rodents, insects into the homes. So what are you seeing out there?
Well, let me start off. When is the last time you remember all this rain in May? This is typically a very dry month before we go into our summer rain pattern where it rains. You can almost set your watch to it every afternoon at 3:00, the thunderstorms. I think this weekend coming up, they're talking about even maybe a tropical depression or tropical storm in our area. So we're getting off to a bang.
Yeah.
What does this really have to do with pests? Just like everything else, when it rains, you want to go inside, you want to get out of the rain. The bugs, the rats, the termites, they all want to do the same thing.
Right.
Your structure, let me back up and say all living things need food, water, and shelter to survive. And that's really where the rain comes in, is they seek shelter. So what can you do to prevent this from happening? You can do regular inspections of your property, make sure the caulking around the windows is in good shape, the weather stripping. Look at your home structurally. Do you have rotten siding? Is your roof in good shape? These are all things you would do normally as a homeowner.
Right.
Hopefully you care about your property.
Right.
One thing I've noticed a lot, and it's related to moisture, is termites. We've talked a lot about termites recently, and this is probably by far the greatest amount of activity that I've seen in a long time, at least visual activity, and I've been doing this for 15 years. Specifically, I've been coming across Formosan termites, and Formosan termites are an exotic species. Guess where they're from? Like everything else in the world, China.
Wow.
They came over in shipping crates and containers. They've been really bad in New Orleans and really have started up in Florida, and specifically in Tampa, around the port, Ybor City, downtown, and then traditionally in Tampa, it's been Temple Terrace. Now we're really seeing them all over West Tampa, even up in Lutz and that area. Today, I found a big problem with Formosan termites in a house.
Wow.
So how can you prevent this? Really, annual inspections and then subterranean termites in general are preventative, or you can do a preventative treatment to stop this from happening.
Right. Yeah, it's important, and they come in from these different avenues. The shipping containers, different ways that they're coming in, and then they're seeking high ground or they're seeking wood. They want to eat up your home. And it's one of those things you can protect it. And I think there's an interesting stat out there that termites cause more damage than wind, flood, fire, hurricanes, tornadoes
combined.
You name it, everything combined.
Right.
So I think, it's a silent killer. It's one of those things where as human beings, we don't, if it's not necessarily in our face, we're not seeing it, we're not able to touch it, in most cases, then sometimes our subconscious mind just says, let's deal with it later.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
Termites are very subversive by nature, whether they're subterranean termites, which we've been discussing. We have another species of termite in Florida called drywood termites, and they are very big in South Tampa, Hyde Park, downtown St. Pete, where you have these century-old homes that are all wood frame, up off the ground. There's plenty of ways that anything can get in there, including termites. Drywood termites you typically would fumigate a house for. Subterranean termites, you treat the soil and the activity inside.
Right.
Going back to Formosan termites, they're very aggressive. Where our native eastern and southeastern termites in Florida can destroy about a foot of wood a year from the ground up, Formosan termites can completely destroy a structure within a couple years.
Wow.
They have huge colonies, very aggressive. The other problem is they can bring the whole colony up in the structure if enough moisture is there. So connecting that to the rain, if you have a roof leak, if you have leaky windows, moisture is your natural enemy for termites.
Yeah, when we come back, I want to talk to you about these different aspects of the insects, and are they evolving? You hear about the killer bees. You hear about, are these animals becoming more adaptive, much like you get the shots for the different types of viruses. So we're hearing about how viruses are adapting and they're becoming harder to be, killed and managed. I want to ask you those questions about that as well, with the termites and the bees and some of the other insects. So stay with us here, Consumer Quarterback Show, and also when we come back, Becky and Debbie Dubickas as well, Soho Wellness and Med Spa here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we have our feel-good story of the week. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this short break.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Ian Beckles here with my...
listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show. Platinum MVP Realty, helping you win in any marketplace. And we are back here in studio. We have a feel-good story of the week coming up. Oregon teen turns to track competition as para-athlete after crash. So interesting story about rebounding. Talk about overcoming adversity here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I want to give a shout out to Dr. Gil Mejia. Rejuvenate Your Life. Rejuvenate Your Life is a proud to serve the Tampa Bay community with a variety of health and wellness services. Whether you're looking to lose weight, improve your sexual health, or manage an existing condition, we cater to the treatment plan with your unique needs. Call us today to find out how we can help you obtain optimal health. RejuvenateYourLife.net. So Dr. Gil Mejia, shout out to Dr. Gil Mejia there on the Consumer Quarterback Show. In studio, Connor Keller, Insect IQ, back in studio there. And we also have Becky and Debbie Dubickas representing Soho Wellness and Med Spa. So we're going to hear from them coming up. But I want to go back to Connor Keller now. So Connor, we hear about these different advances, and it reminds you kind of like Darwin, the Darwin theory of evolution. So are these insects, are they becoming super insects they're figuring out how we're treating them, ways that we're so what's going on in that space?
It's a great question, and I think it all falls back to evolution and insects and all animals evolving to their environment. The real issue with the insects is resistance to the pesticides. Going back to even the bed bugs, we had great stuff in the 50s and 60s, DDT and things like that.
Right.
So it's important the products that we do use now they're used. You're a good steward with them. You use them responsibly.
Right.
They're applied following the label. The real issue is the homeowner, the Home Depot. Someone goes to Home Depot and buys a product, a pesticide, doesn't read the label, applies it off label, misapplies it. Maybe hurts the environment, hurts his family. Mm-hmm. The pests that are eliminated from that pesticide can build up a resistance to it, and then you have that super pest that a lot like bed bugs. We haven't talked much about bed bugs over the different shows, but bed bugs, the biggest problem with them is they're resistant to most common pesticides. So you really have to go the extra mile to get rid of them and use new products. New products are developed all the time. Animals, as far as like Africanized honeybees, Africanized honeybees have been in Africa all along. Basically, we brought them, or scientists in South America and Brazil brought them to Brazil to try to supplement the native population of honeybees, the pollination. And from what I understand, there's rumors and speculations, but somehow they got loose and spread. And then through shipping and migration up through Central America into Texas and Arizona, and then into other Gulf states, including Florida. We've had Africanized honeybees in Florida since 2001, and there really have been widespread statewide since 2005.
And even hurricanes can bring them. Is that right?
Right. But going back to even the moisture issues, hurricanes, the number one thing we get called for during hurricane seasons, or especially after a tropical storm or a hurricane comes through, are honeybees. You have these huge colonies up in these massive oak trees, and a storm or a tornado comes through, and you have a 100-pound colony that drops to the ground, and bees are flying everywhere. Termites, we get a lot of calls if wind damage, things get exposed, and termites, like we mentioned, are very subversive by nature. It really takes a trained eye to find them if it's not an obvious infestation. So circling back, really my best advice to the consumer is to seek professional help. There's certain things you just don't want to tackle yourself. You want to find a professional that's has experience and has already made all the mistakes and will take care of the problem right the first time. And then also, as a consumer, you want to check the company out. You want to check licensing, and then make sure that contractor, whether it is a pest control, termite, stinging insect guy, that they're insured and licensed by the state of Florida.
We're talking with Connor Keller. He's the owner of Insect IQ here in Tampa Bay. And what do you do if something like that happens? Can you imagine being outside of a hurricane rolls through, or even a strong storm?
Tree falls on your house.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you disturb a hornet's nest or a bee's nest, and you walk outside. You're trying to assess the damage. What do you do if you get attacked by bees or hornets? What do you do?
The best thing to do is get inside. You know, get inside either a vehicle or your house, get away from the activity, and then you only have to deal with the bees or hornets that are on you.
Yeah.
And make no mistake, you know, it takes one sting to kill you if you're allergic to it.
Right.
And a lot of times, even if you've been stung before, most people become, or their allergies increase to the stings the more often they get stung.
Right.
Up to, you know, anaphylactic shock and death. So you just really have to be careful with these kind of things. And that's why, you know, again, I mean, we offer abatement programs. If you live in multifamily housing and it's a reoccurring problem in your community, we have programs that we can put in place that really, it's a great example of integrated pest management, but using the animals or insects biology and behavior and coming up with a solution that's not necessarily going to be intrusive to your home or business or the environment, but solves the problems.
Right. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. More from Connor Keller coming up. We'll dive a little bit deeper in some of that. I want to go ahead and bring in Debbie Dubickas and her daughter Becky as well. So Soho Wellness and Spa. It's a great opportunity for busy professionals, you know, stay-at-home moms, whatever the situation might be. But we know that stress is a big killer, and it's a way that, you know, you can take care of your body, go in and get some pampering. And what do you guys recommend?
I think where we're coming from is we like it to be a very homely environment.
Right.
So when you walk into our place, it's like a home from home.
Right.
You're basically coming in, you know, you're relaxing in our lounge, you're having a cup of tea, if somebody wants to have a cup of tea, or some water or a glass of wine. This is all complimentary. And then we've got a nice menu for you to choose from. And it's anything from complimentary infrared sauna. You can come and sit in the sauna for 15 minutes first. Have your robe on or your jogging pants, whatever, and then you may choose then to have a facial or have a massage. And then moving on from there, there's add-ons. And add-ons can be, you know, a stone massage, it can be some peels, it can then go on to our medic side,
Right.
which I'll pass over to Becky about that, because Becky knows more about the aesthetic side than I do, but that's definitely on the actual increase. But all this is helping you just to relax, just to let your mind just go anywhere. You know, drift off somewhere, fall asleep if you choose, but just to give that time for you. No one needs you. Nobody wants you. For that moment, it's your 30 minutes or 45 minutes or 1 hour just to be you.
Yeah.
And allow yourself to be pampered. And so wellness is the place to come.
It really is. And it's, you know, I've had some great massages over there and everything from, you know, just relaxing style. You want to, you know, relax. You want a Swedish or deep and I even do a lot of the stretching implemented into mine.
Yeah.
You know.
We've got some really good therapists, anything from your sports massage, anything for, you know, stretching, basic stretching, or just the Swedish, just relax.
Yeah.
We've got a really skilled team.
Yeah, it's great. Very, very good stuff going over there. So Becky, you want to talk about?
Let's go over to the medical side. Recently, we've actually been really growing on the medical side. It seems to be a very popular department. And we have our wonderful injector, Kathy, who comes in, and she'll provide, you know, the fillers, the Botox, the laser hair removal. We're getting really big with the PDO threads. It's just amazing what results can come from, you know, lifting the skin, producing collagen, once they're inserted. So great results are coming from those, and they're beginning to be very popular. So we're really growing in that area and look forward to continue doing so. And with that, we've actually realized that, you know, we can do everything at Soho Wellness. We're realizing that memberships are going to be such a plus, because people are coming for their Botox and ending up for a massage and then in the sauna. And so being able to put that in a package for someone to enjoy on a monthly basis is great. So we've came up with 3 steps that will be one, you know, there's 3 memberships that we're offering, and then it's pick and mix 1, pick and mix 2, pick and mix 3. So we'll give them an option of picking what they want that month, because every month could be different.
Got it. Okay, so they're going to pick a combination, maybe a facial with a massage, or maybe a Botox treatment with the laser hair.
Exactly. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we're throwing in some percentages off. If you're getting our, you know, highest membership, you do get 15% off all our aesthetics menu, laser hair removal. So there's big savings in that one.
Very cool. Yeah. So there's a wide variety of services that you can take them up on over at Soho Wellness and Med Spa, conveniently located close to UT, down off of Kennedy, South Boulevard there. So it's a great place, great ambiance, really, really cool building there as well. And the infrared sauna, that's pretty neat too, just to be able to go in and, soak up the heat. Sweat it out.
Beautiful.
Yep, it's been a pleasure to see you every week.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Absolutely, it sure is. Yeah, it's So I think sometimes, especially if it's a gift card, I think maybe you introduce it into someone's life. So maybe it's a listener out there, maybe it's a viewer of our TV show on WeBeam TV. It's an opportunity for you to think ahead. You got what Father's Day coming up. What do we have coming up? What events do we have? We got.
Mother's Day just passed, and that was awesome.
Did you get a lot of gift cards?
Yeah, that was great. It's funny because people do seem to buy a lot more for others rather than themselves.
Yeah, it's great, and then they get hooked, and then it becomes a lifestyle choice, and you're able to live that better life through managing your stress. Stay out of the hospital, stay off the prescription drugs, and maybe when we come back, we'll kind of talk about some of that side of it as well. So stay with us here, Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. Oregon teen returns to track competition as para-athlete after a crash. So stay with us here. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Brandon Rhymes 1, Brandon Rhymes PA. We'll see you right after this short break.
This is Warwick Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here. I'm your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And Quarterback Productions is hosting a really cool event coming up to help the troubled youth in Tampa Bay. We've got an event coming up on Thursday, June 21st. We're going to have my business partner, Ken Shamrock, from the UFC and WWF Hall of Famer, UFC Hall of Famer. And it's going to be benefiting the Ian Beckles Foundation. So it's Ken Shamrock delivering a keynote speech, and he's delivering it for the troubled youth youth of Tampa Bay, and Ian Beckles Foundation. Catered food by Amici's Catering, one of our partners. There's going to be a cash bar there as well, drinks available, 50-50 drawing, and a live radio show broadcast at 5 o'clock over at Red Door number 5. It's Fire Station number 5, 1910 Florida Avenue, North Florida Avenue. Really cool venue if you haven't seen it. Check it out on eventbrite.com. We would love for you to support the cause. Only $15, your early bird special. $15 tickets get you your first drink and appetizers and access to network with the Ken Shamrock, Ian Beckles. All of our quarterback show partners will be there, and come out and say hello. Check it out on eventbrite.com, keyword Shamrock. Just search Shamrock and it'll come up. Eventbrite.com. Buy your tickets now and come out and join us and help us raise money for the youth in Tampa Bay. We really appreciate you if you do that. In studio here, we've got Connor Keller, Insect IQ, Becky and Debbie Dubickas as well. They are the owners of Soho Wellness and Med Spa. And I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes, helping you win in any marketplace. I'm the owner of Platinum MVP Realty, and I'm a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay. We're looking for inventory. We're looking for real estate properties that we can help you sell. That's our specialty. We focus on listing properties, selling for the most money, and helping you profit more on the sale of your real estate. Also recruiting real estate agents to our team. So if you know of a good agent that's looking for a change, we'd love to talk to them. Check out PlatinumMVPRealty.com, PlatinumMVPRealty.com. All right, so we're back here in studio. Let's go back into, I want to go back to Becky and Debbie. So we were talking about, the stress relieving side, ways that you can relieve stress. You've got the medical side. You've got the estheticians, massage, a lot of cool things going on in that space. And I think, another point too is this stress relief can help you do it the natural way and maybe stay away from some of the, pharmaceuticals that are, in my opinion, overprescribed. And I think leading to, there's a lot of debates about gun control and there's a lot of things being pointed fingers at, but really it's, what's going on with the pharmaceutical industry, the FDA. I think that's leading to a lot of our problems.
Yeah. I work within Soho Wellness, and I work a lot with physicians that actually send me their patients who suffer anxiety, depression, and stress. Mm-hmm. And the majority of these patients have then come on to be my clients, and many of them are on, all of them are on medication.
Right.
And I've seen firsthand through working with physicians, getting a referral from them, enabling me to work with their patients. When you allow your mind to be at peace,
right?
Just allow your mind just to feel safe,
right?
Safe, at peace. The minute your body feels calm, your mind's feeling clear, you're able to focus more, you're able to feel comfortable. Because pain in my world starts with actual thought of pain. So after 3, 4, 5, maybe more sessions and different techniques which I use, many of the doctors that I've worked with will say they've actually reduced medication, they've actually come off them. Yeah. I'm not saying all of them, I would never say that, but I have seen a significant difference in people. And it's not just a one-off, it becomes a lifestyle. Right. Once they maybe have 3 or 4 sessions, they'll come for a top-up. Yep. They'll email me and say, can I have come for my housekeeping visit?
Yeah.
And that primarily is hypnotic programming. It's having them relax comfortably for 20, 30 minutes. And when they're in that calm frame of mind, I'm giving suggestions to them.
Right.
That, allow your mind to be focused and clear, your body's feeling comfortable, you can easily manage any challenge that comes your way.
Yep.
And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, their eyes are open, they're like, wow, that combined with massage.
Right.
If they have a massage before or after, they leave feeling so much more healthier.
Yeah.
Healthier in their mind, their body. Then they may say, why don't we come and work on our skin, whether it be age spots or whether it be, skin peels, or whether it be just sitting in the sauna for 15, 20 minutes.
I like that. So that's the integration of the mind, body,
the whole lot,
and the skin.
Mind, body, and skill under one roof.
Yeah, I like that. And it's, reducing the amount of chemicals that you're putting into your body. Yeah. The FDA, that, they're pushing all these chemicals, the drug companies, the pharmaceuticals. We know how politics work and the lobbyists work and all of that type of thing. So, if you take control, and what I find too, and I'm sure what you would find with patients and folks that you're, working with is that, once you get momentum, once you get that momentum, you go to 2 or 3 sessions in a row. Now, all of a sudden, they're getting confidence. They're gaining confidence. They're improving their self-concept. I think that's one of the biggest things is the way that we think about ourselves.
Self-love. So it comes down to self-love. And, the youngest client I'm working with now is 9. So it starts very young. You have all these children, being diagnosed with things, and I'm not a physician, so I don't diagnose.
Right.
And, they'll come in, and when they start having the confidence at 9-year-old or 10-year-old, or they feel as if they're being bullied, they're being picked on.
Right.
Like, oh boy, the minute they sit in that chair and you get that relationship, rapport building, trust, that these little kids of 9, 10, 11 can actually like who they are. I know that they're special being them. There's only one them.
Right.
Toby, Harry, Sally, whatever. Yep. One special person, and that's them. And when they start to like who they are and freely show it, and their confidence builds up, that'll go with them 10, 20, 30.
Yeah.
So instead of being 70 in my chair, or 60 in my chair, or 40 in my chair, come at 9, 10, 11, 12. And once they build their self-confidence. And in the older generation, I say, when you're on an airplane, they say, get that oxygen mask, put it on you. Look after yourself first.
Yes.
And when you can look after yourself, you can give, please, love so much others, so much more.
There's more. There's going to be more of you to give.
Look after yourself first. Get that unconditional self-love, self-respect, self-trust. And when you have that, your confidence just shines.
Right.
And then you're naturally comfortable, healthy, your mind, your body, your skin.
Yeah, absolutely. If you just joined us, I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. We're talking with Debbie Dubickas, owner of Soho Wellness and Med Spa, conveniently located Kennedy and South Boulevard, right close to UT there in South Tampa. And it's I like what you said before. It's when you talk about controlling the mind, and you talk about being in that relaxed state and programming the mind with auto suggestion. That's something I've done. I've studied Tony Robbins. I've been to his business mastery course. He's great, right? We had a conversation about that in Namale, Fiji, and multiple times. I actually volunteered for him and worked security for him. It was really cool. But I think that's such a huge component, especially for teenagers coming up, but especially for young adults that are still kind of molding in, and there's different schools of thought and of terms of when you actually become an adult. Is it 16 when you start driving? Is it 18 when you can vote and go to war and fight? Or is it 25 when you graduate school? Or is it 28, 29 when people finally mature? And, some people, that is, men more than women, mature later, I think, and a lot of people would agree. But, it really is the ways that you think about it, and you program your mind. And one thing I took from it is I was listening to Chet Holmes, one of Tony Robbins' dear friends who passed away. He's the Ultimate Sales Machine, great business mind, super cool business mind, author of The Ultimate Sales Machine, if you know, and if you want to check that out. But what he said is he plays relaxing music in the background, so something with just the orchestra type music, and then he records his top 5 or 10 incantations to himself. So every day I'm feeling better every day. I'm happy and grateful now that money flows to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. So there's certain things that you can repeat, and if you play that to yourself when you first wake up and before you go to bed at night, it's only going to do positive things in your life.
It is definitely. You said some things are quite harder to accept because that subconscious mind fights it sometimes.
Right.
It's like, I'm not taking that, I'm not taking it, I'm not taking that. And therefore there's other tools which is needed. But repetition, say the same thing over and over again. Your habits, it's in the subconscious.
Yes.
So keep repeating and just allow yourself to go through the process and feel it.
Yeah.
And what I say to virtually everyone is, perceptions are formed at a very young age. I don't know how many of you have kids, but by the time you're 4-year-old, your self-esteem's formed. 4-year-old. So whatever you're perceiving about yourself when you're 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goes with you.
Yes.
Goes with you in your adult life. So, you want to get somewhere, but your subconscious mind is telling you something else.
Right.
And that's where there's a conflict.
Limiting beliefs.
So sometimes there's something more than just suggestions. You need to really get back to the root cause of that.
Right.
So this is where I come in. I'll sort of dig deep, I'll sort of push you, and it's very emotional, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because we as children, how many kids are like, big boys don't cry, pull yourself together.
Right.
Come on. Parents mean well, they all do.
Yep.
But sometimes that can have a negative effect, and we're all about to say, feel your feelings. feel
Yeah.
happy,
Yeah.
feel sad, feel angry, feel joy. And when you can feel them all, life's a lot happier.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's old school strategies a lot of times too. It's the old traditional upbringing, and I think you hit on a good point there. So with over 50% of the households being divorced nowadays, those kids are looking up to the parents, and that's their God. They're the female version or the male version. So it's so important if you are in that situation, not to talk negatively about the other spouse or the former spouse, and just try to maintain and keep in mind what's best for the children. So stay with us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. When we come back, more from our expert contributors. And we have 12 TV shows starring Florida. So we're going to have a little fun. We're going to see if we can guess some of these TV shows from Florida. And we have our feel-good story of the week coming up as well. So stay with us here. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
House or condo?
House.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty. Giving a shout out to our official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show, Kipton's, the Hotel Zamora on beautiful St. Pete Beach. It's a whitewashed Mediterranean palace with expansive luxury suites overlooking the intercoastal waterway, the Gulf of Mexico. If you're a boater like me, you can pull your boat up. You can hang out by the pool and the hot tub. They've got a beautiful rooftop 360 lounge with gorgeous views, and you can see for miles out there on the nice starry night. And they offer a 20% discount to any of our listeners who call up Kipton's, the Hotel Zamora. Let them know you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show, and they'll hook you up with a discount on your staycation. Just let them know that you listen to the show. They also give you a bottle of wine and a charcuterie platter in your room. So they're first class service over there at Kipton's, the Hotel Zamora, St. Pete Beach, our official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we are back here in studio, jumping into, coming up, we have our lightning round, and we got 12 TV shows starring Florida. In studio today, we've got Connor Keller, Insect IQ, Becky and Debbie Dubickas, Soho Wellness and Med Spa, and we have our feel-good story of the week. Let's go ahead and jump into this feel-good story and inject you with some positivity here.
Tell me something good.
All All right, so we have an Oregon teen. He returns to track competition as a para-athlete after a crash. So 6 months ago, Owen Baker paralyzed from the waist down in a car crash. Junior at Wilmington High School, spent 2 weeks in the trauma unit hospital in Portland. He underwent surgery, followed by nearly 2 months of physical therapy. After the 16-year-old said there could have been dark days during his recovery, but I thought, why me? He typically replaced with thinking about good stuff. He said he participated in football, wrestling, basketball, and track. Baker has regained some feeling in both legs. It's an incomplete spinal injury, and he hopes to walk again. But while he's confined to a wheelchair, he refuses to let that stop him from living. Baker has returned to the track as a para-athlete using a racing chair to compete in the 100-meter dash, 400, and 1,500 meters races as well. He's learned how to throw a shot put from his wheelchair. Baker has become a better student since the accident, according to his mother, and he's more outgoing. He's a little more shy before, but now I think it's helped him draw a little bit out. And it's altering his personality in a really good way for him to come out of his shell. He's really used it in a positive way. So there's a feel-good story. He's bouncing back. He's not letting it. He's overcoming the adversity there. So let's have a little fun here. Let's mix it up. So let's talk about TV shows. All right. So we all like TV. We like movies. You know, I watch a lot less and less TV. It seems neat nowadays. But so shows starring Florida. Let's ladies first. Any shows that you know of starring Florida?
Currently with a 3-year-old, my favorite one is Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
The Mickey Mouse, yes, that's right. That is on the list. Mickey Mouse Club. MMC is it's helped propel stars like Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, Christina Aguilera, Ryan Gosling to stardom. It was shot on the back lot of Disney MGM Studios, now Disney Hollywood Studios, in Orlando. So interesting. Wow, they've kicked off some pretty good careers there, haven't they?
Definitely.
All right. Do you have a guess, Becky?
I guess. Well, going back years from my age, it would have to be Miami Vice.
Miami
That's going
Vice.
back a long time ago. How many
That's
years?
right,
I guess.
Years and
Yeah.
years and years. Okay. But more recently, I would go with the kids one with the dolphins. You know, is it Flipper or if it's the one in...
there's a Flipper version here. This the one quoted in here is 1964 to 67. Wow, it's crazy.
Gosh, that's the year I was born. That's scary.
So who wanted to be a trade places with Sandy Ricks, who lived in fictional Florida Marine Park. So Flipper. Do you have any guesses, Connor?
She took my Miami Vice guess, but how about, let's see, well, sticking in Miami, you got CSI Miami, of course. I think that was filmed down there.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good one. How about a Netflix one going down? Have you ever heard of Bloodline on
Yes.
Netflix?
I think so, yeah.
Really good.
Is that a movie or TV show?
It's a TV show
Okay.
on Netflix, and it's one that I've already kind of burned through. It's super good.
Bloodline.
The Rayburns are hardworking pillars of their Florida Keys community, but their past contains dark secrets that they hope to remain buried. The next Netflix original series shot on location in Florida Keys, entering its 3rd season. So they're talking about maybe canceling it, but it was a really good series. All right, so we got Bird Notice. You got The Glades. A&E, this A&E fish out of water drama follows a Chicago homicide detective. Cougar Town. I haven't heard about that one. I haven't
Is that
seen
even still on the air anymore? That was a good show.
So 2015, yeah.
that was a good
Courtney
show.
Cox, Dexter.
Oh, no,
I
that
didn't know
one.
that
Yeah,
was
Dexter.
Florida.
There's some old ones that you wouldn't think of, but Seinfeld.
Oh,
Remember
interesting.
Seinfeld? How you talk about they're going down to Florida? You know, the Costanza, George Costanza. They're going down to Florida to visit his retired parents, and also the Golden Girls.
Oh, the Golden Girls.
Yeah.
Wow.
So good stuff. Have a little fun there with I Dream of Jeannie. Also another one.
Oh, that's interesting.
I remember that one. All right, let's jump into our lightning round here.
The lightning round!
I am so good at lightning rounds!
I majored in lightning round.
All right, so we got lightning round. Let's do a brief summarization of how you can help our consumers there, Connor.
So we're Insect IQ and all Florida bee removal from honeybees, pests, rodents, termites. Really, just one call. We can take care of it all. We're experts. There's no charge for us to come out. And actually, I wanted to offer the listeners of Consumer Quarterback Show $100 off any new service. They just mentioned the Consumer Quarterback Show when they call. I'd be happy to honor that and take great care of them.
Nice. Yeah, thanks for doing that. That's great. And the time of the year is now. This is the time of the year. Make sure you're pest proofing your properties, making sure that you are not, letting them just kind of do their thing. They're going to, cause damage. And a lot of times it's very preventable. It's preventable almost every time. I mean, it really is.
It is. And we're result driven. industry. Obviously, if you hire the bug guy, you want no bugs, and we actually guarantee no pests inside, and everything from integrated pest management to thorough termite inspections. Really, I think that makes a difference and sets us apart from most companies. And we have a full-time graduate entomologist, graduate from the University of Florida. He's evolved in our day-to-day operations, Jonathan Simpkins. He actually still goes out into people's houses and takes care of people. So all those little things really set us apart.
Yeah, that's awesome. $100 off for listeners of the Consumer Quarterback Show. 813-670-7372. Give us a call on our hotline, 813-670-7372.
Here's my number, so call me maybe.
All right, so Debbie, to you, top tips or, summarization?
If it's your time for you, be number one, look after yourself first. Come and visit us. Come and visit myself, my daughter Becky, and we will show you around. You can have your complimentary time in the sauna.
Yeah.
Come and speak with us and allow yourself to just look after you, whether it be your massage, whether it be to come and have a wonderful hypnotic session with me, to be programmed into looking after yourself and giving yourself permission to be happy.
Yeah.
And once you can actually, really believe it within yourself, then feel it.
Yeah.
And then create the life that you deserve. And come along and we'll help you all steps of the way.
I like it. Good stuff. You got the medical side. You've got the wellness side where you're doing massage, facials, a lot of ways that you can integrate the mind, body, and skin over at Soho Wellness and Med Spa.
And then commit.
And commit.
then.
That's right.
Then commit. You're worth it.
Yes.
Becky?
So come over to Soho Wellness, and I'll be happy to give you guys a grand tour, show you around, all the rooms, and meet some therapists, and complimentary consultations. I'll be happy to sit down to see what is the best fit for you to get you started with us at Soho Wellness and Med Spa.
I like it. Yeah, it's these days again, we're so busy, we're working a lot. Do we take the time out to invest back in ourselves? We invest in our bodies. A lot of times we invest in real estate or we'll invest in businesses, but take the time out, invest in yourself, and set yourself up. I think it's one of those things too. If you schedule it and set it, like every Monday it's this, or every Wednesday or Friday, set it and schedule that. It's going to help you, in a lot of different ways. The maintenance side of the body, I think a lot of times we overlook it. We look into, we talk about diets and so many times, what are we eating? Are we eating organic? Are we eating this way? We work out, a lot of times we'll go work out or at least jog. A lot of people are joggers. They'll run, jog, different types of workouts. But, when it comes to this type of a modalities, different types of modalities where you can go in and, take care of your body, I think that's a key part.
And to be honest, many people are now booking online. So you can go to our, is it MindBody?
Yep, head onto our website. It's www.soho-wellness.com, and schedule online button is right in the center.
So just go online and schedule it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Makes it easy, makes it simple. And Soho Wellness and Med Spa right there in Tampa, conveniently located. Right. So another great show. I want to thank Connor Keller, Insect IQ, all Florida bee removal. Also, any rodents, any of those pesky animals that come in and try to invade the property.
We also like the unusual stuff. I do bats, coyotes, anything that I've trapped ducks, cats, you name it, and I can take care of it. So.
I saw it posted on one of the, I think it was a Palm Harbor happenings Facebook. There was a coyote in somebody's backyard.
Yep.
It's interesting to see that, just
about every couple of weeks I wake up to them in my front yard. I've actually chased them away a couple times.
Wow.
I've seen them kill a cat. So, make sure you know where your cats are at night. That's all I can say. So.
Bring them inside. Yeah. So it's interesting. So Connor Keller, thanks for coming in. Becky and Debbie, thanks so much for coming in. Soho Wellness and Med Spa. We urge you to go visit them, book online, check them out. All of our expert contributors can be found on our website, consumerqb.com. You can see links there to all of our expert contributors. All their contact information is available on their show card. You can submit a form there at consumerqb.com. Submit an email form. We would love to hear some feedback from you. Last week we had great feedback from people looking to get qualified for mortgages or credit improvement. Lots of ways that we can help you here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Something as simple as packing up some leftover food, carrying it with you to and from your commute, and hand it to that person that you see on the side of the road that's in need. Be a force for good in the community. Very easy just to pack up the food instead of throwing it away. And we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 1025 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.